Hey there everyone, Wetwork here, and today we're going to be looking at my version of the mono blue Realm of Illusions deck. A lot of people like to run it as mainly illusions. I prefer to keep it with a high level of draw in there. If I have the card advantage, I'm going to win. So let's start it off. Let's toss all the cards into the deck and let's trim it down. The first thing you'll notice is Provoking Mist is going to be one of your most important cards. I'll get into that a little later. First card we're going to look at is Curfew. Pay 1 mana, everyone returns a creature. You target your own creatures, they die. It's not useful. Fleeting Distraction, 1 mana to draw a card. I don't care about -1. Draw a card, that's important. That's what we're trying to do in this deck. Next card we're going to look at is Phantasmal Bear. 2/2 for 1, 3 of them's enough. 4 is a little overkill. Prosperity, everyone draws a card. You want to have card advantage, get rid of it. Aether Figment. It's a 1/1 for 2 that's unblockable. You kick it, becomes a 3/3 for 5 that's unblockable. You have other unblockable creatures in this format, but that's great. Next we come on to the Counterspell. You want to have control in this deck. Counterspells are necessary. I'm not a big fan of life gain. You can gain a little life, but it's not going to help. Now we come on to the Provoking Mist. I mentioned it earlier. For 2 mana, you could have a 1/1, you could have a 9/9, you could have a 15/15. However many illusions there on the field, that's its power and toughness. You get out all 4 of them, you have an unstoppable army. Lord of the Unreal is very important in this deck. For 2 mana, 2/2, nothing special, but then all other illusion creatures get +1/+1, and they have hexproof. Your Phantasmal Bear, your Phantasmal Dragon, they can't be killed anymore by just looking at them. This makes your deck. The next card we look at is Mindspring. Now, Mindspring is good if you pay a lot for it. Let's say 7 cards for 9 mana, good. 1 card for 3 mana, not that good. I'd rather use a Repulse, draw a card, and kick away one of their creatures. There are a lot better cards that are going to work better for you. One of those is Aether Adept. I just mentioned Repulse. 3 mana you get to kick a creature. Well, here, same 3 mana, you also get a 2/2 out on the field. You get rid of one of their creatures that's bothering you, and you attack. You get rid of that reach creature. Attack with your Provoking Mist. Blind Phantasm, it's a 2/3 for 3 mana. There's better illusions in here. Yes, it'll help power up your Provoking Mist, but there's better things to run. It is basically a vanilla creature that's not going to help you in any way. Get rid of all of them. Now we have our Cancel. We have Counterspell earlier. Now we have Cancel. That gives us 4 things to counter whatever they bring out. That's not bad. The difference is Counterspell is 2 mana, as you see. Cancel is 3. I use the Cancel before the Counterspell if I can, simply because cheaper. Divination. Draw 2 cards for 3 mana. You want to draw cards. When you draw cards with this deck, you get into the cards you need. You'll draw those bigger creatures. You'll draw that mana that you're going to need. This deck is meant around control and drawing. We come on to Phantom Warrior, a 2/2 for 3 that's unblockable. Earlier, right now I'm going to bring it back up, we saw Aether Figment. That's a 1/1 for 2 or a 3/3 for 5. Well, here there's no kicking, there's no fuss, no muss. You immediately get a 2/2 for 3 that's unblockable, but you could still block with it. And it's an illusion. It helps Provoking Mist. Everything about that card is good. Now with Repulse. I mentioned it earlier. You return a creature to its owner's hand. You draw a card. It does everything you need. You get more cards. You can get that mana you're missing. You can get that mind control. And you get rid of that blocker. You get rid of that creature that's going to attack you. It will save you in a lot of instances. Wall of Air is a useless card. For 3 mana, you get a 1/5 flyer. Okay, maybe, but it's not an illusion. It can't attack. It'll save you for 2 or 3 turns. It's useless. Don't run it. Concentrate isn't that bad. 3 cards for 4 mana. In late game, that could be very useful. When you have the card advantage, you have a lot of tricks you can play on the opponent. When you have no cards, it's whatever's on the table. Disorient is a horrible card. For 4 mana, target creature gets -7, -0. Great, so you survive one turn, you die the next turn, you don't draw a card, you don't kill the creature because it gets -0, get rid of it. Phantasmal Dragon, I mentioned it earlier. It's a 5/5 for 4, flying. If you have Lord of Unreal out, it becomes a 6/6, and it has hexproof, so it can't be targeted, so it can't be killed. Same thing with Phantom Beast. A lot of people don't like this, but a 4/5 for 4, Lord of the Unreal, so it can't be touched. It powers up your Krovokian Mist. Big creature, not too expensive, easy to get out there, good chump blocker. Sour of Temptation. For 4 mana, it's a 2/2 with flying that basically says mind control. Yes, when it leaves the field, when it dies, when it gets repulsed, whatever happens, you lose the creature. But you know it's a cheap mind control that also gives you a 2/2 flying creature. It gives you the advantage. You take their best guy. They bring out a Nulamog, you take him. Summoner's Bane. It's another counter. This one's 4 mana. You put a 2/2 illusion creature out onto the field, which that helps your Krovokian Mist, that gets you another creature. You gotta be careful. This is only against creatures. You won't stop enchantments or anything. Air Elementals are useless. 5 mana for a 4/4 with flying. It might be good, but not in this kind of deck. Bribery is going to be your win card. They have an Inferno Titan, now you have it. They have a Grave Titan or a Massacre Worm, now you have it. So long as it's in their deck, you have it. This will win you a game. Drake Umbra, a lot of people like it. It's a 5 mana enchanta creature. It's an aura. Creature gets +3/+3/+3, has flying and totem armor. Not bad, but most of my creatures will die if this even looks at them, so it's not useful in the way that this deck is created. Is it a bad card? No, not for this deck. Evacuation is going to win you games. They drop a Rite of Replicate, they drop a Mass Polymorph, they have a lot of tokens. Whatever the case is, you use Evacuation. If it's a copy or a token, it's gone for good. If they have a lot of creatures, they're going to have to discard them, because if they have 6 cards in hand and they just got back 6 creatures, now they have 12 cards. They're going to have to discard. This is a good card to play, but remember, play it after you attack. This way you at least get the damage in. And if you're going to attack with your flyers, attack with your unblockables, because you get some damage through, everything goes back. Jace's Ingenuity, draw 3 cards for 5. You know what I like? Draw 3 cards for 4 a lot more. That 1 extra mana can be useful for other things. There's no reason to waste the mana when we have other draw cards that work out just as well. Now, we're coming up to cards where basically the rest of the cards are extremely good. You have Mind Control, you take over one of their creatures. You're going to have, coming up, Quicksilver Geyser. You know, it's not that great for this deck. Yeah, for 5 mana, it's 2 repulses, because you get to return 2 target non-land permanents, but it's not worth it. Time Warp is a lot better at 5 mana, because you get to take your turn over. You just attacked with all your flyers and your unblockables. You throw down a Time Warp, you draw a card, and you take your turn over. Cultural Exchange is fantastic. Imagine you're playing a deck with huge monsters and they have an army out there, and all you have are a couple of weak illusions. You cast Cultural Exchange, you switch creatures with them. Now their big creatures that they were using against you are going to be your friends, and they're going to hurt them. This is a very dangerous card. And Mahmadi Jinn, flying, 6 mana, 5/6, useless.